Alright, howdy. I know I said there was going to be a stream last night, but I had such a nightmare time in traffic on my way to and from work yesterday that it's just like, I'm just going to lie down. And I'm going to not stream. but I'm all better today. I had a day of gallivanting. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bunch of shit in Animal Crossing because I have the means to make a shitload of money. I have the means to make a shitload of money, but there's also like a time limit. So if I don't do it now, then it's never going to get done. The song's just getting good and I have to stop it. Guess you couldn't figure out what game to play even after done with. Yeah. I mean, it was probably just going to be Sonic Adventure 2 again, but it's like, yeah. Okay. There we are. Oh my god, there's like just enough of a delay looking at that. It's a good thing this doesn't require reflexes or anything. Gabriel feels sad now. Yeah, I thought that Yume Nikki was gonna take me another time, but I guess it wasn't. No biggie. Why is there always a fucking door opening? Immediately, Meta Poco will be a game key. Oh god, yeah, I heard a little bit about that, and it's just like, yep. I said this before, but what is the point in a physical release if it's actually just going to be a game key? Why not just make it a little card that you have to get from behind a locked cabinet that is just like, here's the scratch-off code. Why even bother with the packaging? Ooh. I am so ready for this, you have no clue, miss. You gave me a vampire costume last time. Just even though the nature of Yume Nikki feeling all over the place and what's going on, I can't figure out the end thing, but again. Forgot LaBelle was in this game. Yep. Do I have the dresser in here? No. The fucking pool's closed sign. I still have the area set up. Alright, let's put away the spider model. Like, honestly, like, I'm pretty happy with what they did do in the, or rather what they're going to do in the update coming in, I forget where I'm looking. Coming in January, but what they should do is add the city back as an area that you can fly to. Because I want my Gracie store, I want my princess furniture, and I want it now! I'm a princess! That's right, I have to take off the wetsuit. This is how I was dressed. I feel a little too far-fetched over bringing the city because not a lot of people enjoy the city. Well, in my particular case, I didn't enjoy the city because I believe that was one of the games where it was still impossible to tell ahead of time if Red's painting was fake. And, if you, because you're probably not likely to have the debit card on you, or at least I wasn't because of the limited inventory, if you're fashionable enough for Gracie, it'll literally be only for that visit that you can get the discount, because if you go out and you get the debit card and you go back in, you won't get the discount. And I have been so irritated ever since. Anyway, it's time to be goth. Where? Alright, we'll put that on for now. Let's see what else I got in here. Oh, that's right. What the fuck do you call this? I like that one more. Where's my tiny silk hat? There it is. Might be a little too far-fetched. Not so much of what it has to store, but the fact it feels disconnected. I guess so. I'm in a different time zone right now, so I'm actually awake during a stream. Well, hey, Sparky! Long time no see. I mean, I guess I could keep the bat wings, but they don't really match color-wise. I'm gonna pull out a mirror. Pulls close sign. This shit makes me laugh too much. How's Animal Crossing? It's been pretty good. I don't care for my hair right now. I'm gonna... No. Where is it? There we go. Oh, Abel's sister's just closed. I should have gone in there while I could. Put your accessories back on. I keep forgetting how floofy that is. My goodness. Which one matches what hair I have right now? That's actually pretty close. I'm on vacation in the US this week. Ooh, where are you? Without giving away too much. God, this is like DW's hair. Magical place called Okemos. I've never even heard of that. F it. I kind of like these. I was going to do my hair in cornrows a few weeks ago, but I was on my period, so I didn't want to go and sit down and have my head pulled. I'm in Michigan, that's what matters. Ah, okay. No. No. Come on, girl. There we go. You there for, like, family business? What's going on? Michigan's kind of an odd place. At least by my standards. You're damn right. I thought for a moment you said, okay, must thought you meant Oklahoma. Love eating cereal in America. It's so insanely sugary. Yeah, I've been trying to cut back on cereal. I've been having Choco Chimps, though. I'm not normally a fan of chocolate cereal, but I do like that one. Before that, I was having Lucky Charms, but it actually started hurting my gums. Do you agree on that? So I don't eat cereal that often. This feels too sugary for my liking. I'm visiting family. I've never eaten Thanksgiving food before. Oh, you are in for a treat. let's empty out the inventory a bit. Yeah, you gotta stop eating Lucky Charms at a certain age. No adult needs that much sugar. Yeah. It was one of the few cereals I could still eat after I got a wheat allergy, so it's like, I might as well enjoy it, I suppose. And then it stopped being fun. I have my achievement right now for this month. Cook some ham. I'm gonna have to research some ways. Ham can be surprisingly tricky because it's kind of easy to, like, dry it out if you're not careful. You can get a wheat allergy later in life. Apparently, I mean, technically you can get any allergy, but I got quote-unquote lucky and got a major one just out of the blue when I turned 30. One of my favorite foods was pasta, too, so you can imagine how much I've been struggling. Like, yeah, you can get gluten-free pastas, but it's not the same. I still eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so I'm not one to talk. Look at this guy. He can still have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hi, honey. Just saying I could suddenly become allergic to pizza and burgers at a random time. Potentially. Worst thing is that I don't even have a family history of this. So it's like, there wasn't even a precedent. I like it if I have the mood. Keep in mind sugar. If you're lucky, it'll probably just be something minor, like... assuming you get an allergy at all. It'll probably just be something minor, like you can't have peppermint anymore. That kind of sounds like you got cursed. Yeah, it certainly feels like one, let me tell you. We pissed off a voodoo shaman, and now look what's happened. Like you cut off a witch in traffic or something. I didn't want the sugar cane. I said before, I'm not sure. I don't think I have any allergies involving any food. Yeah, I was poking fun at my loving fiance, Sir Peon, who got a lasagna yesterday, and of course I couldn't partake. It's okay, honey.
Hello, gamer.
Hello, Garbage LP. Thank you for the resub. How do I make spaghetti Napolitan again? Oh yeah, Sparky, I have like, I got Twitch affiliate so I can get subs now. Tomato puree. Did I need that to make spaghetti Napolitan? Yes, I did. Alright, I am doing this right. That's how much has happened since the last time you were here for a stream. That you're going to mention your fun. We got the Iron Garden chair that I have to do some business involving trading sites. Oh yeah. I did get the Iron Garden chair, courtesy of Gabriel. He came over and dropped it off. On Halloween. However, which I'd give people funny curses like that. I'd snap my fingers and make them incapable of digesting glucose. Oh god, you just reminded me of that Twitter post that says something like, I think it was a Twitter post. It says something like, if you could, where it's like, I asked my boyfriend, if you could change one thing about me, what would it be? Expecting him to say nothing, you're perfect. And instead he said peanut allergy. And of course, that started making the rounds on Tumblr, and they were just like, this is sweet if she has a peanut allergy and he's saying to remove it, but it's even funnier if she doesn't. Congratulations on your affiliateness. Thank you. Somehow I BS'd my way into this. What villagers do you have in your town, and who's your favorite, whether you have them or not? My favorite overall was Stitches. Because of course it is. And, the villagers I have in town, I might as well show. I got an hour. That's not how you show the map, stupid. Alright, so I got Dobie, Blue Bear. Oh, Blue Bear's in the top 10, too. Francine, she's also in the top 10. Cherry, Biff, Dom, Zucker, I share a birthday with him. Anka, she's a very recent addition. Please be normal. Chevere, and Coco. I honestly like all of them, but I got rid of Cephalobot right before Halloween and got Anka. I made a list of whichever like spooky-ish villagers I wanted, and I had Anka on the list because of her like Egyptian mummy theme. Speaking of viral, couple memes. The video trying to start it where the boyfriend tries to carry the girlfriend, put her on his shoulders. A lot of people are getting hurt. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, I can do this no problem. Crunch. I love Blue Bear and Dom. I've never been an Anka person, surprisingly. I'm just glad to finally have another cat in town. I like the cat villagers, but I only had Tangy, which a friend of mine IRL had. So I got her photo and I kicked her out. I really want Tabby. She's so disgusting. I love her. Like, look up a picture of Tabby. Windu just dropped his girlfriend like 5 feet. She wasn't too thrilled. Oh no. Tangy's awesome. She's when I had back on GameCube. Goldie was my absolute favorite back then. Now it's Bo. Oh, Bo was... He was blue, right?
No!
I can't remember right now. I know that that's a ram? Or is he a deer? Okay. Unfortunately, she's staying because it represents me having her in city folk. Alright, I forgot I have Rosie. Yeah, Rosie's cute. All the cats are cute. He's like an impala, considered a deer by the game. That's right. Bo was a deer, I had him at some point. I got his photo. We're gonna make a shitload of spaghetti Napolitan, and we're gonna sell it. I made a crazy amount of money yesterday by selling iron closets. It's like, holy shit, they're 9,000 normally. And with the double price, they're gonna be 18,000. I think I sold 10 of them. What's without a puree? That's what you got to use to make spaghetti Napolitan. Impalas greatly resent being compared to deers, actually. But you said it's over 9,000. I mean, it was. Once you take in the double prices, it's over 9,000. I mean, granted, I have, like, no need for money anymore, but I just like having it. If I can't be rich IRL, I will be rich in Animal Crossing. Believe me, the house bill, that got paid off a long time ago in this game. Bo is such a freaking cutie. Every time I've run past him, he's been under a tree eating fruit. I swear he'd teleport in front of me just to appear on screen every 10 minutes. Where did the mushrooms and the bell peppers come from? Speaking of cute animals, a lady was denied the right to take her emotional support kangaroo on a plane with her recently. Oh my god, I feel like I heard about that. like I heard the vaguest something about this, and then I heard nothing else. Kangaroo was just standing there with his boarding pass, utterly devastated. No! Not sure who to blame in that scenario. Blame those assholes at the airport. Take a break from this. Okay, yeah, so here's the graveyard. This is where I put everybody's photos. Cephalobot's the most recent one. I just got bored of them. I don't know what to tell you. April 1st. Take me to your pizza. Maybe that's why I got bored of them. There are also some issues with his passport and visa. I blame the embassy. Still holding a gun. Who to trust? Alright, so I actually really miss Violet. I regret letting go of her. I regret letting go of Chatter, too. He's like... I know that technically they're all the same, but somehow I tolerated him more than the other snob villagers. Meeting is just the start of us saying goodbye. Well, that's awful morose. Wait, I just realized I put, like, ramen with... Oh, wait, no, I think that's chicken. No, wait, no, that's pork. I put ramen with pork in front of Agnes. Whoopsie doops. Can you not eat pizza with a wheat allergy? Typically no. I have to get, like, the special kind. I don't like the cauliflower crust, though. It's too crumbly. You reap what you sow. That dish is all that's left of her. Look, I'm not saying something happened, but... There's Tangy. Ever a new leaf to this day. Favorite saying is, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Whoa, when life gives you lemons! I've never even heard of cauliflower crust. What will they think of next? Hopefully a good pizza! Wow! March 31st. Favorite saying is, pride goes before a fall. Yeah, I had Klaus. I do have a card with him on it, so I could always summon him back if I really want him. I also have one for Blue Bear, but she ain't leaving. I like her too much. Surprise, the least you can do is just put an orange or one of those things you see in Japanese New Year's. Oh yeah, that's true. I do have a couple of those. Cauliflower crust is actually pretty decent. I guess I'll just prefer anything to, like, anything with chickpea flour. I don't know what it is, it's just... Oh, hello, Cherry. Can't really get a good view of her face. What the heck was that thing called? It's like a kata... No, that's not a katamatsu. That's the bamboo decoration. Oh, what the fuck is it called? I know I have like 5 of them. Oh, there they are. Kagami mochi, that's right. Did try a gluten-free pizza once because I was sharing with a friend. It tasted like war. Oh, there's already... Nothing I can tell when that update comes. The price of fish bait will go down pretty hard. Are people really charging for fish bait on the trading scene? Inoperable. yeah, that's right. There's the... Right here is the fiance's house. He still has the Christmas wreath up. I might as well be showing this, be doing something interesting. I know, you still got bugs. Urgh! It's okay, no one saw. I said that, well, besides trying to get all the fish, bills becomes a little worthless once you got plenty of. What the heck is playing right now? KK break. Oh, okay. Hi, hi. Hello, Kiyoshi Crossing. How's it going? There's another goddamn roach. Here's me how this game already plays perfectly, gets a Switch 2 upgrade, while Age of Calamity and Luigi's Mansion 3 are left to die. Yeah. I mean, at least there's finally a bulk crafting update. I can't believe it took them this long to figure out what Rune Factory 4 figured out way back in 2013. Who said that? But yeah, you would think that they would do something for the other games. Especially since well, actually, no, that's the limited run physical versions that don't run on Switch 2 very well, or at all in some cases. Like, I remember seeing video of, I think it was limited games release of Tomba, however that's pronounced. And it just... The screen just goes brant when it starts up. Trying to avoid the internet for quite a while, you know, Kirby Air Riders is coming out. Tomba reference in 2025, whoa. What, the PS1 platformer? Yeah, apparently Limited Run Games made a Switch port. And apparently, I think they updated it by now. But back when it first came out, if you tried to play it on the Switch 2, it would just go... Limited Run Games is getting utterly reamed online right now, LMAO. Yeah. Although that might be the one thing that's not their fault. Although I don't really know. It's hard to tell with them. They do so much stupid shit. Bug! Oh, good. All the pesky cockroaches are gone. I feel so much better now. Didn't even know there was also that diorama. Alright, I think an ad break is gonna start. Just one cockroach, so according to my calculation, last time he played is about a month. Oh no, there was like 3. People can look forward to their Sonic X Shadow figures around the time of GTA 6. Oh god, I forgot about that. It's a good thing I didn't pre-order that then. I didn't even know it existed until afterwards, but I just had to remind myself, they're gonna fuck it up. It took me ages to get the Scott Pilgrim re-release, just to find out that... Although this is Ubisoft's fault. That apparently in order to be able to play as Knives, you have to get a Uplay account and enter it in. And it's just like, I'm not doing that. Here we go, around 2 or 3 months since he last played. They're hoping for first half of 2026, LMAO. Uh-oh, ad break. I'll be back. Alrighty, there we are. I have to go to the bathroom anyway. Forget about that. Seriously, forget about that BS. It's not that big of a deal. It's just creating an account and logging it in. I have, like, enough accounts to keep track of. Like, I have an entire friggin' text document full of, like, the email accounts, the Tumblr accounts, the fact that, like, half of the goddamn jobs that you apply to require their own login information, and it's just no more. Not unless I have to. No more. What ads? Check out this guy. So in the meantime, I just ad break. I'll watch a bit of stuff just to continue on me watching stuff all November. Like, it's... Like, Ubisoft, if you think for 2 seconds that I'm going to do this, then you're actually insane. Ubisoft when IB Hard walks in. No. keep making that joke. This is better than the whole subscribing to Sega's newsletter and they do that limited time reward bullshit. Oh god, what are... Nut allergies seem to be less common these days. One does wonder, although those seem to be more severe. Like, there was like that kid that... Oh no, wait, no, that was a gluten sensitivity, that's right. He got, like, touched with a piece of bread and it caused him to go into full anaphylaxis. Luckily, I don't have that. I can still touch flour. Or stuff that has flour in it. It just can't get into the respiratory system. Did the kid live? Unfortunately, no, because, like, his EpiPens were past expiration, so they weren't as effective, and it just, yeah. It's not a very pleasant story. Quite rare to see have nut allergies. I wasn't expecting not a good ending to this whole thing, I'm sorry. It's okay. There was nothing they could do? Sucks. Yeah, it was just the absolute worst case scenario. Like, they gave him the EpiPen, but it didn't... Again, because it was past expiration, it wasn't as powerful as it could have been. Oh, there's Chabert. I had a friend in high school that was extremely allergic to cinnamon. Some asswipe didn't believe her and rubbed their cinnamon gum on her, and she started breaking out in hives. Ugh. Dickhead. Hope he got his ass kicked. Remember a kid like that, I'd move with like 50 EpiPens at all times. What's funny is that my mom has had severe reactions to wasps, and yet they have never once told her, oh yeah, we should give you, like, medicine for when this happens, because she does a lot of yard work. So, inevitably, a wasp nest will be disturbed. Yet, somehow, I'm the one who was like, well, I could still breathe, it just felt like my throat was closing, and we're like, yeah, we're giving you an EpiPen. Not even allergic to anything, but I'm currently doing No Nuts November in solidarity. More protein for me, I guess. You can't say that, Shever. Enamel lamp. Oh wait, do I have that? Oh well. Nice ass, baby. Oh wait, I can't actually... That's right, that's a hanging item. Boy, I don't even want to check on mine either. I had to figure out if I also have one of those stories, but apparently not even if I do know some. I don't want to go into personal detail. I don't have too many stories. Just basically it amounts to... For me personally, it basically amounts to I was eating bread and suddenly my throat felt funny and I couldn't piece together what it was. Okay. I have to get that one redecorated then. And for some reason, it never occurred to me that maybe I should get this checked out. Franiel! Don't listen to your heart, Fran. You'll only get things that spark joy. I gotta plant that tree. What am I still doing with that in my inventory? Oh, yeah. Not as much as the iron closets, but what can you do? I could cope with being allergic to nuts, at least. They aren't that great. Yeah, that's true. But for a moment, it was like the modern bed. No, it's the patch bed. Alright, let's plant this bitch. Bread is kind of important, though, lol. Let me tell you, rice has become my new best friend. I need my Five Guys. I used to be able to eat at Five Guys, but even with just getting the burger in a bowl, something about the food there just started sitting in me like a rock. And that was when I realized I'm old. It's like, It still tastes good. But it's just, I can't deal with, like, the the pit that it leaves in my stomach. I haven't been able to exist without rice once I stopped eating meat. Yeah, rice is so good, man. Not rich enough to regularly eat at Five Guys. I'm still paying off my last bacon cheeseburger meal. Yeah. Even before then, it was a sometimes food just because it was expensive, but I'll be lying if I say I don't miss it. If you cook the rice right, it becomes good. Once you learn how to make your own fried rice, you basically become unstoppable. The fries are terrific. Yeah, they really are. They're so good. Maybe I should just get fries. Maybe I can get away with that. I think I still get a master, but I'm getting there. That reminds me. McDonald's fries. They don't... I mean, now it's on the website if you look at ingredients, but their fries are not gluten safe. I had a reaction to eating those because they the flavoring that they put on them is wheat based. I also believe they actually put actual beef tallow in there, so they're not even vegetarian. So they're not even vegan friendly either. That was a fun discovery. I think I still get the master, but I'm getting there. I got to eat Chili's for the first time at the Chicago airport yesterday. Pretty awesome burger. I remember I used to really like Chili's, but now I don't know. I have to go through an ordeal anytime I go to a restaurant now because I have to, like, look at the menu in advance. And some of them make it really easy to look up ahead of time which one has what in it. And some of them you gotta go through a whole rigmarole in order to find the allergy information easily. Like, some will straight up allow a drop-down menu where you can select which allergens you're trying to avoid. It all depends on the cost, even though I don't check anything else on the menu besides, you know, ribs. I remember as a kid, I actually didn't care for the ribs at Chili's because they were very, very scant. I avoid most fast food fries when possible. According to people online, they're vegetarian friendly, but I assume they get fried in the same oil as other meat stuff. I used to work at a McDonald's, and I knew that the fries were made in a different fryer than the chicken, so I assumed it was safe, and it's just like, oh, the ingredients. What's worse is that if you order from the drive-thru, you're not even gonna notice because there's no, like, message on the boards indicating that there's wheat in it. Like, if you look it up on the website, you can find that. But if you're, like, in the drive-thru lane, you're not gonna think, huh, are the fries wheat safe? Checkers/Rallies does use beef tallow for their fries, though. Yeah. I could probably get away with eating theirs if that's all that they did, but I'm not sure if there's even a Checkers near me. I've never seen one. Red Robin, we got a couple of those. Ronald McDonald apologized personally for the fries and made a sizable donation to the gluten-free hospital. He fucking better have. Oh, wait, we got some. Oh, wait, that's a checkerboards. There's a Checkers... Nah, it doesn't know what I'm looking for. There's, like... We're so far out that this thing just goes, you meant this local place, right? It's like, no. This reminds me of a thumbnail of Amy and Cream with the text saying chicken. Let's try Rallies. Can I find a Rallies? Nope, it has no clue. It's like how, for me, the nearest Jack in the Box is in, like, New Jersey or some shit. It's really saying a lot about me where or rather where I live, that when I watched a lot of King of the Hill a few years ago, and I just assumed that Taco Bueno was a place that they made up because they couldn't legally mention Taco Bell, but no, Taco Bueno is a real place. Imagine my shock. This sucked that most nutrition information is only available online. Everyone assumes you have access to modern technology because it's so standardized now. Even if you ask for information in person, they'll just give you a QR code. Oh, that's the worst shit. This is true. The Chili's had no menus and required us to scan QR codes. Well, ugh. Like, even the Red Robin I went to, it has, like, that little desk thing, which was actually pretty easy for me because it allowed me to look up the allergy information, but they still give you a physical menu. It's just, you know, it's easier to use that thing to figure it out. Which reminds me, the sauce that they have there, wheat-free, so that's safe. I think it has soy in it, though, so if you have a soy allergy... Whoops! Forgot about the flour. Whoa! Balloon. Guess they assume if you don't have a smartphone, you're too poor for Chili's. Don't you people have phones? I forget, they said that for, like, Diablo 4 or something, right? Can you imagine the audacity? We're not making the thing you want, we're making a shitty mobile version. Boo! What, don't you have phones? That's not the point, brother! Don't see it in my history, so damn, that video got deleted, damn it. Ah. I wanted to see the goofy-ass thumbnail. Eh, oh well. Like, even more than just the annoyance of having to whip out your phone instead of just, you know, being told. Or just even, like, a sheet of paper being printed. Not even, like, the full thing, just, like, a sheet of paper. It's like, what the hell are Grandma and Grandpa gonna do? They don't know how to use phones, man. Kinda convenient to be able to pay instantly, lol. That is true. At the same time, it's like... Your average person over 60. It's like... Okay. Like, literally, the other day, my mom was trying to figure out how to set up her YouTube account so that she could watch her YouTube TV account so that she could watch the Celtics. And she told me, well, I took a photo of the QR code and I don't know what to do with it. It's just like, oh my god. Even though I do have the ability to use my phone, it still pisses me off that there are usually no other accommodations. What if I just didn't have a smartphone? What if I was blind? Hell, what if your battery's dead? Even though people look at me as the tech guy in high school, I don't have a freaking clue what I just did to fix the issue. They made these phones as intuitive as humanly possible to understand. Just tap the thing you want. Old people, I tell you. Back in my day, we had to look at the menu for 15 minutes. I don't know, whatever, you're still using one of those flip phones. What's funny is that I actually do have a flip phone. But it's a smartphone, it's one of those. Seriously, an intuitive like mine can't change the notification sound, but I can change the ringtone. I miss that they don't have ring back tones again. I used to have one of a Nightwish song. Why can't... If we're gonna be more and more reliant on technology, why can't it be cool like it was back in the 2000s? Being perceived as good with technology is just being able to stall long enough to Google the issue. Just about. Like, I've heard most kids, like actual kids, don't know how to use a desktop computer. They just know how to use a phone, and it's just like, oh my god. Why is tech savviness going in reverse? Thank you, Zucker. I conjured spaghetti out of thin air. Back in my day, the waiter tied an onion to his belt, which was the style at the time. Blard, what the devil are you doing on that confounded tablet device? Talk to him, man. Boy. I actually find the younger generation isn't as good with tech as we are. Yeah, that's a very, very depressing thought. Nobody can torrent anymore. Like, I barely know how to do it, but it's actually not that hard. You just gotta be careful. But, oh my god. Now it's gotten so confusing that today's mixed up teens are clicking the stuff that we learned not to click back in the day. Oh, that fucking bowl cricket, please. Like, I clicked the wrong thing and now I have a virus? It's just like, oh, you fucking fool. Over time, at least I know how to use the computer, at least I know how to Alt F4. Because everything is getting streamlined and kids are being manipulated and falling for corporate garbage. Yeah, like, seriously. I'm still, like, so mad over... I mean, they walked it back. But just the fact that at one point, whoever was in charge of Microsoft was like, I want Windows 8 to function more like a tablet. And it's like, it's a desktop. It doesn't need to function like a tablet. A tablet should be a tablet. A desktop should be a desktop. We've had a start menu work the normal way for... I don't even know how many years before that came out. We don't need to go toying with things. We have a winning formula already. We already knocked it out of the park. People theorize that kids today have grown up with everything being a service with very intuitive presentation. They don't know to struggle like we did. What's funny is that a lot of the stuff that they do to streamline this stuff is actually arguably more confusing to me. Like, they have a nasty habit of just hiding stuff in the UI and, like, the options menu and stuff, and it's like, why is it gotta be like this? Why do I have to opt out of my data being sold to advertisers? What the hell are we doing, man? At least was... Like, say what you want about stuff like Bonzi Buddy, at least that was just shit that you had to go out of your way to get. This is stuff built into the OS now. That's like, hey, we're gonna take all your data and we're gonna sell it to who knows. To who knows, and there's nothing you can do about it. Maybe. I mean, you can flip it off, but we damn sure hid the option to do that. It's like... Windows 8 was specifically designed for new lines of touchscreen laptops and existed for profit via licensing rather than user accessibility. Exactly what I'm talking about. Gmail makes you opt out of your ancient emails being used to train AI models, LMAO. Now I wish Yahoo won the war. Considering what Yahoo did to Tumblr, which was technically nothing, but they just... Or maybe they did something. At any rate, Yahoo bought Tumblr for like $5 billion back in the day, and they had to sell it to the company that owns WordPress for $1 million. It's like, do you know how badly you had to fuck up? This miserable website was worth $5 billion at some point. Now you can barely scrape, like, it was either 1 million or 1,500,000. At any rate, that's a big loss. Admittedly, I don't know how the hell you were supposed to monetize Tumblr. Even even at its most well-behaved, that place is unmonetizable. And that's kind of by design. This was the only website I've ever seen where everybody said, let's become unmonetizable, and they actually kind of succeeded. Like, a lot of people will talk a big game on Twitter, but they'll ultimately just give in to whatever's happening. Somewhere they were determined to keep the rent down. That site is impenetrable if you weren't on it in its heyday. It's so fucking funny. Is it possible for that update that's coming in January to include an update so that my shit doesn't vanish when I teleport from one side of the island to another? We need to work towards promoting Gabe Newell from Valve President to Planet Emperor. Let's make a collective change for the better. Yeah, like, honestly. His son is also not interested in video games at all, so we're gonna have to clone Gaben if we want to keep succeeding. Les enfants terribles. Except it'll be good this time. I've done the math. It won't end like Metal Gear, I promise. Switch 2 edition may improve on that. Well, I'm also not getting a Switch 2. I'm too pissed off at like the whole game key thing, the price of it, and just the fact that if you got one of the leaked copies early, that you couldn't even play the Switch 1 games on it because it required a hardware update day one. I mean, say what you want about getting it early, but it's just like, really? I can't even play the Switch 1 games I got? And I'm so bitter, man. I'll be the first to admit this. Surely you'll get a Switch 2 when Smash 6 gets announced with playable Parappa and Hawk Tuah. This reminded me, a Tumblr mutual of mine said at the announcement they should have called it the Switch Tuah, and I was just mad I didn't come up with that. I was like, I hate this only because I didn't come up with it. That shit is right up my alley. Parappa would be pretty cool, though. I mean, he made it into PlayStation All-Stars Battle, but who other than me played that game? It wasn't bad, it just got boring really fast. I did, lol. You are about to be visited by the PlayStation All-Stars player fan base. There's only 2 of us. Be nice. At this point, my only goal is completion. I guess this is what I need the money for, really. Kind of fond of that game. It had dope music, and I like how you could only kill people with special moves. I also like that, but I feel like that's also what limited it. Limited it. Oh my gosh. I can't speak. Although it was cool. I remember I played as Fat Princess a lot. I just thought she was funny. There's also a lot to be said about Sir Dan. I loved his little dance whenever he won. Yeah, it's definitely not as accessible as Smash. All Hawk and no Tua. Yeah, pretty much. It had a lot of good ideas, but it just kind of fell by the wayside. It doesn't help that they decided to put in DMC Dante instead of, the good one. So Can't even think either. What the heck was I trying to do? Kratos was utterly broken in that game, LMAO. Right, I forgot he was in that. They also had What's-Her-Face from Heavenly Sword in there, which I picked up that game, I just didn't get around to it, like, ever. That was right around the time that I stopped playing the PS3 so much. It's weird because the PS3 ultimately was a good console, it's just I can't remember anything from it. Yeah, also questionable lack of PS1 stars like Lara Croft and Spyro and a little indie darling named Crash Bandicoot. I'm actually trying to remember what their reasoning was for that, because I think they gave a reason, but it was probably stupid. Oh, right, there's my flag. I drew it myself. I also drew the black arm symbol. I downloaded the pool's closed image from... I'm ride or die for the PS3. So many dope memories and great exclusives. There's Shadow in my chat. Alright, I never opened this. Ooh. Tasty. You did say you were planning to recreate that into an emote. Did I? I mean, I guess I could. I always use more gold. I still haven't made whatever that thing was. Waste extracted from there to here. Little Big Planet. Oh my god, Little Big Planet. That's right. I fucking loved playing that. I love the second one. They added so much. I never got into the third one. I have it. I just never got around to, like, really diving into it. It's so sad, though. Like, the Little Big Planet network is down now. Like, for good. Such a tragedy how it got destroyed by terrorists, SMH. Yeah. Like, there were so many people just copying and repasting the same levels over and over. There was a big theft problem. Played a bit, but I feel like I didn't fully experience what the game has to offer. Bit late to be asking me that. I just realized we're getting an upskirt. Little Big Planet 2 was my absolute childhood. I always had the story mode, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I suppose the network had to go down eventually, but... it's just one of those things that you don't think about. I don't know if it was just the little tune that he was singing, but man, I'm wistful now. This is my original Flipnote Hatena. No more Little Big Planet basketball and shark survival maps, GG. Oh, I got the Star Fragment Island. I already have the Ares rocking chair. That's another thing to add to the list, I guess. I'll take the giant clam while I'm at it. I forget, don't stars also fall on this island? Either me playing the Great Sea from Wind Waker or mimicking Captain John. And whoop, it's right. Like, I don't know how much of this is just me having, you know, a lot more free time when I was a kid. And how much of this is just me... Ooh. Go away, bug. how much of this is just me getting older, but it's just like, I remember back when Smash Brothers was out, like Smash Brothers Brawl was out, and I, like, at least on more than one occasion, just played that game all night. Like, I literally saw the sun coming up. And it's just, I don't do that anymore. And it's not just because of jobs. Like, even on my days off, I just don't do that. And it's just, I don't know. There's something depressing about that. I mean, I suppose I came close during the last stream where somebody was just talking so much in my chat that I just kept chatting back. And I was just like, wait a minute, it's almost 3! Ah! But, like, I could just keep doing it. I didn't get bored at all. I just played until I was tired. I don't know, man. Pretty long boat rides. Lucky that you got the Star Island. Be sure to make a wish. Star fragments are good looking. Unfortunately, putting them on a tree is what upset Nintendo. I don't pick Smashville or town or city unless it's on a Saturday at night. And I know what you're all gonna say. Yes, I hear the stars coming down. I'm getting there. I'm gonna get a couple of these. I still have to... Oh, how many did I have to do in order to complete that Nook Miles achievement? I can't quite remember. Tried to get into this game back in 2020, but I lent it to my niece and she sold it for V-Bucks money. Yeah, Animal Crossing I've just been kind of sticking with ever since the GameCube era. Although I didn't have the DS one. You can only get, like, I think 30 daily. Well, it's not even so much about the star fragments themselves, it's just I still have to, because some genius decided to make this an achievement. Where I have to get, like, what's the maximum for the achievement? Is it 250? Or is it just 200? At any rate, it's crazy. It's like, why would you do this to me? That is so RNG based. Kind of thing I can never get. Cause to get 100. If you have a heavy shooting star pattern, you get it in no time. Island is obviously guaranteed to give you the heavy shooting star pattern. I like the hydrangeas on the back. Honestly, this island is really pretty. Any more stars? What? There we go. Nice through the sky, how I usually stargaze every now and then when there's finally a clear sky at night. They did make the sky in this game very pretty. I even like how the new moon looks. It's actually pretty cool. I suppose not very realistic, but nah. This is a game where you talk to animals. It's not going to be realistic. Oh, what? You missed one and then went straight for the other? Whatever. Just looking at this and not realizing it's a new moon, you can see the moon makes me come. Uh-oh. Hell of a typo. What do you mean? I talk to my animals all the time. Yeah, that's true. They don't normally talk back, though. Although, I did come out of my office earlier, and my cat was right outside. And I said, "Hi, buddy." And she goes, "Meow." No, I'm not going to fuck the earth. She's the little chirpy one, in comparison. Lisa's a whiner. They talk back in their own way. How much Eggman's announcement just affecting my humor. That's still one mother of a typo. great. Here comes that fucking mosquito. I see you, you little shitlord. In game or IRL? Yeah, see him at the bottom? Near the roses? He's trying to get up here. I mean, I would not be this calm if there was a bug in my room, even if it was just a mosquito. I do not care for bugs. Same, it's like, where do you mean IRL even though mosquitoes are off season? Yeah, thank heavens. I forgot how annoying they are in this game because it's like, right, they can interrupt you while you're doing shit. Luckily, I think they actually programmed it so that they can't interrupt you when you're in the middle of smashing a rock. But still. This don't interrupt you in all cases with this one, yeah. I think they used to be able to do that in New Leaf. And everybody, I guess everybody was so pissed off that Nintendo was just like, alright, we'll fix it. Cause I swear they used to be able to. Also, there's usually 3 rocks. How strange. That's not it. Shop to it. Shop Tua. Oh, I already have it. I didn't even realize. Alrighty then. I think I hit the limit of 30 anyway. Right, that's something else I'm thinking of. I think it's like I have to make like 3,000 tools. Alright, that's it for Animal Crossing. I'm gonna do Sonic Adventure 2 now. Which one of these are the batteries that work? I'm gonna hope it's these. I gotta see how the Chow Garden is going. Yep. We got a couple grown-ups. Live and learn.